Break out the streamers, the noisemakers, and the party hats. We have a new world record. Although I'm not sure we should be celebrating it, really. 8.4 billion records, personal information, usernames, passwords, and other personal information has just been released on the dark web for cyber criminals to use to try to monetize. I'll explain how they could do that here in a second. But we got to put this into context. Previously, 3 billion had been the record, and now we got 8.4 billion. And the context of this is there's about 4.7 billion users connected to the internet. So potentially, that's twice the number of all the users. There's a really good chance some of our information is in that dump. And this is where it starts getting scary. What can the bad guys use this information for? Well, there's different areas of expertise the bad guys will do. There could be one hacking group or cyber gang group that's very good at password stuffing. And what is that? They take the username and the password they find, and then they start going to different websites that you may have accounts at. So let's say, for example, your email address ends in .ca. Well, they know you're in Canada, so they can go after the 7 major banks and try putting in your username and password. Because here's the fact. Human nature is we use our work email address or the same email address and the same password or a variation of that password. So the bad guys will go and take those usernames and try to stuff them into different accounts. Most people have an Amazon account now. They can also take a look at other financial institutions or credit cards. Anywhere they think that they can get access to monetize the information that they've gotten off the dark web. And if you're not sure what the dark web is, I've got other videos here on the site that I discuss that. So that's just one way they could do it. The other thing they could be doing is they could take those email addresses and just start spamming the heck out of you. What do I mean by spam? Sending phishing email addresses, trying to send you fake password resets to get more information from you. They could be sending you fake links to take you to a malicious website. Think ransomware. We've been hearing about ransomware a lot in the news recently with the Colonial Pipeline hack and the JBS food plant. Can you imagine your account being the one that the hackers send an email to, especially if you're at work and you click that link and the whole company's down and can't operate for weeks? It could be very bad mojo. And these are just a couple of examples. I mean, these guys and gals, these cyber criminals, the bad actors, if you will, are very ingenious in how to try to monetize this kind of information. And with potentially everybody on the connected to the internet's information being out there, this is a cause for concern. Get ready. We're going to see a rise in these phishing emails. Guaranteed. We could see fake text messages if the phone numbers are included in there. We could even get more those phone calls, Microsoft calling, or the bank, or the sheriff, or the CRA, or the IRS, whomever. They'll try to mimic someone in authority to try to get you again to take action. To go to a website, click on a link, to go pick up gift cards, to pay off some debt. They'll use emotion to try to get you to go. So you can see how this being a new world record is not necessarily a good thing. Okay, Scott, great. You told us what's happened. You told us what the impact is. Well, what do we do about it? Well, one thing you can do is go to one of the legitimate websites. I'm going to list some down below the video here. And put in your email address to see if you have been hacked. Is your information out there on the internet? If it is, obviously you're going to want to change your passwords. And really, again, there's other videos here on the site that talks about what good password hygiene looks like. You want to make sure that they're complex and you're not using the same one everywhere or a variation of it, because the bad guys know you're doing it. The other thing you want to do is any sites that allow for two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication, they could call it either, enable it, turn it on, use it. It's normally free. Most of the sites that I've ever seen are free. And why wouldn't we? Yes, I know. You got to put in your username and your password. And, Scott, now I got to go to my phone or my email and get a code and enter that to allow in. But guess what? It also stops the bad guys from being able to get in as well. So for that couple of seconds of inconvenience, the chances of them having access to your password as well as the code off your phone or from your email address is minimal. So turn it on, because at least it gives you that extra layer of protection. be on the lookout. I'm telling you, we're going to see a big increase in fake emails and phishing emails and text messages. So be watching for them. Be uber protective of what you're seeing. And especially if someone's trying to use emotion to get you to take action, to do something, slow down, take a deep breath and go, does that make sense? Does that pass the smell test? And if they're asking you to send them something specific and they're pretending to be someone you know, call them. Verify that that was actually them. And then be watching your bank statements and your financials in case you do fall victim to that password stuffing and they get into your accounts. You need to be able to find that quickly so you can report the fraud to minimize the chances of you losing money. Okay, so get ready. It's coming, but now you know. And now you know what you're faced with, and knowledge can be power. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you again soon.